Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Well, hello there, Nate. It's
Hello. Ooh.
Explorer Dave back from Crater
Yes.
Lake, Oregon, with all my little
Wow.
chipmunk friends. How are you
Yes.
today?
Yes.
This is
Look
my
at
gear I
you.
wore today. I woke up this
Safari
morning.
Sam over there.
I
I'm not
know.
seeing any video in the YouTube. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Never mind.
So I woke up this morning, broke down camp, had a sausage for breakfast because all I want to eat is hot dogs
Camping.
and stuff for camping. And then went on a couple hikes and came home. And this is what I was wearing today in the hikes. I
Nice.
got my hiking hat to protect me from my sun. I've got my thin
Yes.
materials hiking
Safari shirt.
party shirt. And then, of course, last year's pick of the week, Ray-Ban Meta
Last
Ray-Ban glasses.
week's pick of the week
What's that?
versus last year's pick of the week.
Did I say last year's?
Yeah.
Last week's. But this is a different style.
Yes, it
These are
is.
I always forget the name. Headliner.
Wayfarer. Oh,
Headliner.
headliner.
The other ones were the Wayfarer ones.
Okay.
So anyway, I will disrobe because it is distracting.
Yes. Yes. It is
Oh,
distracting.
I'll leave the shirt on, I guess. There we go.
Optional. Got to get those viewers in. Well, I too am wearing a hat this week.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, and producer Todd has entered the chat. Is Dave in the witness protection program now?
I have a different hat for that.
Yes. Or is he undercover selling dinosaur eggs to that one guy in Jurassic Park? Both busted.
Both.
Maybe I should stop giving your real last name in the intro if you're trying to be in the witness protection program.
Here we go. We got some action on the
driveway cam.
I told Val if she went out there, she's going to be on camera. And
she's out of here.
she doesn't have shoes on. And she's running and she's gone. Okay.
Out of frame. Okay.
My guess is the neighbor was home and she wanted to talk to her because she wouldn't typically go to Walmart without any shoes on. We haven't quite got to that level.
It is Walmart. Kind of expected.
Dawson was the guy on Jurassic Park, by the way.
All
right. Nice. So what do you got there for us on your hat?
Well, we're going back to back. Draplin. We saw this one on the website last week. The paper airplane hat.
Very nice.
Which I purchased as well. Now you thought you had seen that one before, but I think you had seen which will be related to future story.
That's the one
space shuttle.
Yes.
And I do want to give another shout out to Aaron Draplin because when I bought some hats from him, he gave me a stack of his stickers, which I love. So
now I do have a question. Did you buy every hat in his collection? Like that wall? Did you just buy every hat?
No. Chelsea, plug your ears.
Uh-oh.
No, I already had several of his hats in my collection, and I did purchase a large handful of new hats, not the entire collection. There's some for like Washington State and some that I just don't need, but I somewhat controlled myself, but also bought a lot of hats when I got to go visit him. So
understood.
Yes.
You and I can talk offline about the true number of hats that you bought.
Yes, indeed. And I probably shouldn't have bought any hats because we do have an official date for the Apple iPhone event, which will be Monday, September 9th. It's Glowtime, which most people are predicting has to do with the Apple Intelligence. They're probably not going to have neon colored phones this year.
Man, why not?
Yeah, so
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yeah. And we will be watching together, and then we'll plan to go live immediately after that to give you our thoughts. But there are a lot of rumors now. You've got
the Zune phone.
Yes, the what are they calling it? Desert titanium. Kind of a brownish, turd titanium. But we will be getting the iPhone 16 the 16 Plus, are they calling it? The 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max is what we would be
And there's
expecting on
rumor
phones.
that a very small,
Thin. I
yes,
think those are
like I said, I just got
2017
in from camping,
phones
by the way.
for next year.
Oh, that's not this year.
No, it makes me so upset. There have been so many 2025 rumors already for the iPhone 17s with a super thin phone and all this stuff. It's like, can we please just get the 16s first
I
and
thought
then
that
worry
was this
about the
year. Man,
17s?
I'm so behind.
It could happen, but they're also saying there might be a new AirPods 4. There's a
Good.
new rumor I saw about AirPods Pro 3. Say that 5 times
That's the ones
fast.
I want.
And there's maybe some other stuff that's kind of that time where people are like, maybe we'll see other things.
Doubtful.
And Apple Watches, we'll get Apple Watches, but they have to pack so much into it. I don't know if they're going to, do any computers or anything else. I think it'll be
Typically
watch,
not.
phone, possibly AirPod that we'll see on September 9th. So not next week, but the next week. Next week is Labor Day. Now, usually they do events on Tuesdays,
Right.
most often, but this one is on a Monday, and there's some speculation that there is a presidential debate on Tuesday evening, and Apple likes to control the news cycle and
Yeah,
have all people talking about them and all the evening news programs. If there's a presidential debate going on, they wouldn't be able to talk about new iPhone stuff.
that's
So
true. Well, they could. They just would choose not to.
yeah. And they've got it all pre-recorded the way they do it now. They will invite people there. All the press got their invites to go down to Cupertino
That's weird. I
and
didn't.
watch the video.
I
I
didn't
know
see mine.
I need to check my spam folder.
Fun.
Yeah,
Hmm.
see what's going on with that. But yeah, so September 9th iPhone event. Please do not buy an iPhone. I warned people on the socials a couple weeks ago, don't go buy an iPhone right now.
No.
Because new ones are coming and they will
Imminent.
be imminent. So
Yeah.
we will talk much more about that. But our main topic this week, I wanted to talk about, we mentioned it in just the headlines back, I don't
Couple
know,
weeks
quite
ago.
a while ago. Yeah, about the astronauts being stuck at the International Space Station.
Yes.
There are two of them that Butch Wilmore and Suni William. Butch Wilmore. Is there any more astronaut name than Butch Wilmore? Suni Williams. They've been up there since June, I believe.
I'm not
And
sure. It's
yeah,
longer than they were supposed to be.
I'm scanning through this article. I thought it said, I tried to find one that kind of had an overarching information, but they were taken there by the Boeing. We've talked about Boeing plenty this year.
Wah,
Their
wah.
Starliner capsule, and I think it was supposed to be like a 9-day trip. But the Starliner is going to have to come back empty because of some technical issues and problems it is having. So, as much as NASA and Boeing do not like it, Elon's Starlink or SpaceX, not Starlink,
Yeah.
SpaceX is going to go in February. Oh no, the Dragon spacecraft, which is expected to launch its 9th regular mission to the ISS for the agency on September 24th. But then they will stay at the ISS for about 6 more months before flying home in February on SpaceX's Crew 9 vehicle. The test flight was originally intended to last about 9 days. They're stuck in space, and I even saw some posts on X from both NASA and somebody else in the industry, and they mentioned SpaceX, but they did not thank Elon Musk. They do not want to admit that he's better at this than they are.
Yeah. Man, I got to tell you, maybe I mentioned this last time we talked about it. Were I those two crew members, I would have said, I wouldn't have given NASA a choice. I would have said, I'm not going back on the Boeing. I'm either going to live here permanently until the ISS is deorbited sometime in the future.
Which is coming up, apparently it's 2031 that the International Space Station's just going to come crashing and burning into Earth. So it's not that much longer.
I mean, that's what you do. You spend billions of dollars and then you just throw it in the ocean.
Yes, you do. So they've been trying very hard to figure out a way to get this Boeing flight craft to work again. And it says here in the article, nonetheless, NASA officials repeatedly expressed support for Boeing. And Nelson said he was 100% certain, in quotes, that Starliner would be able to launch with a crew again someday. I read something that the Boeing program's like twice as expensive as SpaceX.
It's due to politics. And I will remind everybody, we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet. But what typically happens is members of Congress who work in states that are controlled, or not controlled, which house like Boeing, lobby very hard to the NASA programs. We'll give you funding, if you bring jobs to our state or whatever. So there's a lot of that going on. The what do they call it? Payola type stuff.
The payola. Yes. I actually came across a couple stories. I didn't put them in for this show, just about it was actually about crypto lobbying and how much money crypto interests are doing in lobbying, but the amount of money in lobbying politicians and government agencies is quite crazy, if I may say so, while being nonpartisan. But I did find a very funny X on X from, you might be familiar with Werner von Braun.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. von Braun, he posted, humanity has about 6 months to purchase 8 billion ape costumes for the ultimate prank. So when they come back to Earth, everybody's in ape costumes.
That would be hilarious.
Yes. Werner von Braun, he pioneered a generation of space exploration. I built the rockets that took us to the moon. And now I tweet.
Come on now.
Yes. But I thought that was it's a crazy story. And just to think, spending an extra 8 months in the International Space Station's got to be, I would have quite a long list of requests on my supply list when they do bring supplies to them, because that would kind of ruin your plans.
You know what, I'm predicting that when they finally bring the Boeing craft down to Earth, it's going to fail and burn in the atmosphere. And they're going to be like, see, that's why we didn't want to ride on it. But that's my prediction. Yes.
And I did see that Elon is going to take some people up into space, some astronauts. And they're going to be doing the furthest spacewalk that's happened in forever.
And these are private astronauts that were trained by their company to not I mean, they may be ex-military or whatever, but they're not trained through the government. They're private astronauts, which is kind of cool.
And I did just look, and it says the time it takes to get to the ISS from Earth can vary from 4 hours to 2 days. Depends on the launch site, orbital position, launch procedures. But I had no idea how long it would take to get to the space station. So,
it all depends on, how everything lines up.
Locations.
Location.
It depends on distance.
Yeah.
Go figure. We'll have to get a scientist on the show to talk about that. But so Lost in Space, that SpaceX, they're doing good things, and space continues to exist.
And I have a feeling it's going to exist long after we're gone.
Yes. Well, you know what else will exist long after we're gone?
What's that?
Dave's Pro Tip of the Week.
I hope so.
Yes.
I hope it lasts forever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thought today, since, it's been about 1 hour since I parked my car, and just a reminder, see that? Oh, sorry. See that car out there? It's
Yes.
full of
Camping
things that would
travel
help you
gear.
camp better. So, sorry, Nate, I switched to the camera and you were taking a drink. Oh, you're trying to do that on the DL, I noticed.
Yeah.
So,
My sparkling water
yeah.
addiction.
So today, boys and girls, I thought we could just do some show and tell of some photos using my Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses. And darn that wife, she keeps going out to the car and making me switch my camera. But let me get my shades on and get my pictures ready, and away we go. So the Meta Ray-Bans will do photos and they'll do video, and it's in a vertical kind of 4:3 format. It's not quite like whatever it is, 16:10 or whatever a phone is shaped like. It's like a 4:3 vertical. I wish that we could just end the controversy and make all the videos square. Just square.
Everything square.
Everything square, and just be done with it. If you want wide, you crop in. You want vertical, you crop in from the sides. We're done. I'm talking to the standards boards as we speak.
Yes.
About that topic. But the Ray-Bans. So here was one of the one of the pictures. I can't get the videos to work this way, but this is on the hike this morning. This was the Sun Notch hike. Actually, this might have been just at anyway, it doesn't matter. I think it was a Sun Notch hike. The clarity, the colors are quite good. I do have a suspicion that they're at the top of the photo here. It feels like they're doing some type of filter to kind of see what I mean, where it's the top of that mountain's a little darker than the middle part. Yeah. So I don't know if they're doing some type of sky filter type thing. Let's find another one. There was a great one of a waterfall. Oh, here's one that's kind of cool. So there we go. Oh, this is from up on top of a little watchtower that was an old fire watch station.
Oh, okay.
Up there, down looking at the lake. We went up there coincidentally to watch the sunset. And here's a nice little shot of the sun going down. And I did take some video as well. We'll take a look at that in a second. And here's my lovely wife and others up there enjoying the place. Nice. And I did a wide shot, and you'll notice it's rather reddish. Yeah. But I mean, the rays of light coming in from the sun were that color. Yeah. And she's kind of got some sunset red hair anyway. And I won't show too many of these because it's just like you go to someone else's house and they're showing you vacation photos. But
yeah, but those are great for using as we often say, for using your sunglasses.
Yes, they're very great for using your sunglasses. And I thought also that I would show you a little video. I have to do it through my phone overlay, unfortunately. But this is what the video looks like. It's decent. It's got like a HDR type eye dynamic range where it'll switch back and forth, but it also, the dynamic range is actually pretty decent. So I don't know if there's other videos in here. With this new, I'm complaining about the new operating system, and that it's very difficult for me to determine on what's a video without clicking a bunch of buttons. I don't think that's the same video I was just on, but it stabilizes it pretty well.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got some good stabilization for walking.
And I tried to do some like I think I looked to the left here. Yeah, this was this morning at the Sun Notch.
Oh, wow.
The little meadow there. So I'm walking with my head pointed left, trying to do a little, cinematography. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. There's no tip. Cool. Actually, there is a tip. The tip is always the ABCs of travel. Always be charging. And more on that later with my pick of the week. So there you go.
And my pick of the week is related to glasses. So we've got all kinds of good stuff. Don't go anywhere. Wait till the end. You're not going to believe your eyes.
This one weird trick.
Yes, indeed. But before we get there, it is time for everyone's favorite segment, Just the Headlines.
No new news there in the driveway
In the
land.
driveway,
Just the
yes.
same old stuff.
Some late August sunny evenings
Yes.
for us. Well, I guess that means we'll get to Just the Headlines. Microsoft backtracks on deprecating the 39-year-old Windows control panel.
Oh boy, finally. Linux market share hits a record high at 4.45%. We've been there, Apple. We've been there. We know.
Second human to receive Neuralink brain chip uses it to play Counter-Strike 2.
Instagram is adding a MySpace-like song on profile feature.
No autoplay. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Trump promotes family's new crypto platform, the Defi-ant Ones.
I don't get it. Crayola trademarks the slightly earthy smell of its crayons.
And hackers are targeting Tour de France riders' fancy electric shifters. And those are just the headlines.
All right, before we move on, a couple questions.
Yeah, yes.
Crayola trademarks the earthy. Can you trademark a smell? Isn't that more of a copyright?
Apparently, you'll have to read the article, but apparently they have been fighting to do this for quite a while. From the subheadline I read.
Interesting. Well,
there's our new rule on just the headlines. I can give you 2 subheadlines
yes,
per segment.
We can't give the answer. We can only opt to give the viewer 2 subheadlines. And
yes. And on the other one, you seem pretty confused on Trump's new crypto platform.
The name.
DeFi. So it's the Defi-ant Ones, but DeFi like whatever they use that DeFi
finance.
defenestrated. Let me look it up. DeFi.
While you're looking it up, we can enjoy
decentralized finance. Yes.
Okay. Here's a screenshot I took of my trip of the different mountains, and they're featured.
Oh yeah.
Mount Diosen, which is very craggy looking. I don't know if you knew that. Anyway,
I did not know that. I did never been there. Lived here all my life. Never been to Crater Lake.
Well, you should go, my friend. Get
one
your
of
family,
these years.
Pack them in a Winnebago, and just head out of town.
Yes, indeed.
Cost you nothing except money.
Only money.
Only money.
Not a problem. Well, let us move on to our takes of the week. And I meant to tease this earlier, so I'll tease it now. There's some big stories going on in the world of censorship and social media. The first one you might have heard about is Telegram CEO Pavel Durov arrested at French airport.
I have not heard of that one.
Yes. So Telegram, a lot of people have heard about Telegram messaging app. It's a pretty secure messaging app, kind of an alternative to Messages or WhatsApp.
Right.
Or Signal is the most secure. Signal app will tell you that Telegram is not very secure, but all that to the side. The CEO, he went to France, and upon landing, I believe, he was arrested as part of an investigation, and it has to do with the fact that Telegram has not censored, but has not moderated its platform to the standards of what France is saying. Now, Telegram says that they do meet the European Union, the Digital Rights Act, or whatever it is over there, the Digital Services Act. They say that they abide by those EU laws, and that its moderation is within industry standards and constantly improving. But it brings up an interesting discussion because on Telegram, I think the part where there's a problem is there's one-to-one messaging or, small group messaging if we had a not nerd group with,
Right.
5 people in there or whatever. But there's also
Excuse me.
massive groups that you can follow for, all kinds of topics. And of course, there's lots of accusations about drugs and other nefarious things happening, fraud happening within Telegram, which I have to say, find me a social media program that does not have nefarious activities going on, especially fraud. Facebook, every single day I'm getting some so and
The
so once
Defi-ant
had you a
Ones doesn't have
friend.
any
Well, yes, yeah, True
bring-
Social.
True Social.
But yeah, so it's kind of interesting. There's not a lot known on the story. I did say something that President Macron of France said it was not a personal decision. There has been some tension there, but there is a lot of stuff going on with, how much responsibility does an app like Telegram have to monitor everything on there? Some of the communication is encrypted, so they shouldn't be able to monitor it. But then when you get to the more social side of things, what responsibilities do they have in there? So, yeah, I don't know. Have you used Telegram at all?
I haven't had a purpose to use any of those kind of secure messaging apps. I'll use I don't like using the very insecure ones like Facebook Messenger, but if it's Apple Messages, man, they're confusing because they all sound very much alike. I feel relatively confident that my communication between people is relatively safe using Messenger.
Yes, on the spectrum of your nefarious acts and how safe you feel things are, you feel comfortable using. And I will say, Facebook Messenger has added in encryption features into their messaging app.
But that doesn't mean
what you will about it.
That doesn't mean they're not watching it. Just because someone else can't watch it.
Yeah, I've used Telegram a little bit. There was a couple of groups. I tried it out. There was some game thing that I was looking at a couple of weeks ago that was supposed to be all the rage on Telegram, and it's some weird crypto game type thing. And I was like, no, my brain doesn't have power for this. But I have the app. And if people allow contact access on there, I'll get notification. Oh, so-and-so's joined Telegram.
Don't ever do that, people.
Yes, do not give contact permissions to apps. But so that was Telegram, a little less famous, but a little more famous platform, Facebook.
Yes. Oh,
maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah.
And
they make my glasses.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Mark Zuckerberg wrote a letter to the House Judiciary Committee that he wishes he had been more outspoken against Biden administration efforts during the pandemic. So he kind of had a couple different points in there. But he said they got a lot of pressure into content moderation during COVID-19 from the government. And also he apologized and said he wants to do better about stories about presidents' children's computers that were heavily blocked ahead of the election. So it's pretty interesting to see Zuckerberg coming out and kind of admitting that they were part of some bad stuff. But the free speech, and he says he wants to be much better about this in the future. And of course, with the First Amendment, the government is not supposed to tell them what they can or cannot say. But
well, this goes way back when there were 3 television networks, and that's basically it, and a bunch of newspapers, and there'd be some big deal coming up, and the government would strongly suggest that to toe the company line, and this is the messaging. And when the internet came online, was the big this mediation. I had the word on decentralization of information, and so for good or bad, we've got lots of different outputs and angles and hot takes. And so, yeah, I mean, this is not unprecedented that the government tries to get legitimate businesses to kind of give their messaging.
And you already gave the disclaimer earlier in the show about our nonpartisanship, but Zuckerberg also said he would not repeat contributions he made in the last presidential election. So this is kind of a bold thing coming from Zuckerberg to fund election infrastructure. There was a lot of stories about, it says here, he made in the last presidential election cycle to fund election infrastructure, saying that although they were intended to be nonpartisan, some people still interpreted the effort as benefiting one party or another. And he says, quote, "My goal is to be neutral and not play a role in one way or another, or to even appear to be playing a role," he said. "So I don't plan on making a similar contribution this style," which if we could get...
Just make your products better. Use that money for that.
As we were talking about lobbying, if you could get a lot of money out of lobbying, but we'll have to start another podcast on lobby problems. Yeah. The Lobby Problems podcast. Support our Patreon, and we'll get that one going.
Totally.
And next up, also a heavily political story here that I came across. Oh, geez. I hate to even bring it up. This one's going to get so many people emotional.
It is.
Nintendo shutting down Animal Crossing Pocket Camp app, which I believe was a previous pick of the week for you.
Oh, long
time ago. Isla and Chelsea played this one a lot. 7 years, I believe.
And this was Animal Crossing Lite, basically. Yes. You had it on your phone, and you could do a couple things. You could visit like a little RV park and buy a couple things and earn a few things, but that was it. There was no building. They did some events.
Chelsea and Isla got into it for a while, and they had me start a world so that I could gift them prizes.
It was
from the
pretty mellow compared to
a very casual casual game. But yeah, they've announced that November 29th they will shut it down, and is a freemium app. There were in-app purchases that you could buy, and they've added a bunch of new content. But they are saying that there might be Nintendo plans to release the paid version of the app when the existing freemium version is shut down, but pricing has not yet been announced.
Which I like. I think it's cool that they're not just going to mothball it, and everybody's efforts over the years are going to be wasted. You could still play it. You could probably play it for free still. And just if you want to do additional things, it's going to cost you.
Yeah. So anyway, big news in the Nintendo world there.
It's crazy.
Yes. And we should have put this one into the pro tip of the week. I didn't even think about it, but as I was going through my stories today, I came across this one from 9 to 5 Mac. A YouTube video really can remove water from your iPhone.
Interesting.
Which you might have needed being at Crater Lake. A YouTube video claiming it can remove water from your iPhone might seem up there with emails from Nigerian princes and videos of Elon Musk promoting some new cryptocurrency, but tests reveal that it does actually work somewhat. So the 2-minute video entitled "Sound to Remove Water from Phone Speaker Guaranteed" has notched up some 45 million views over a 4-year period. How we have not heard about this, I do not know. Racked up 140,000 comments, many of which claim they tried it and it worked. So The Verge's David Pierce tried it and it appeared to work, but wondered whether that was just coincidence. So very interesting that, but it does make sense. Like on the Apple Watch, you do the little thing when you get out of water and it ejects water out of the speaker.
Yeah. Here, let's see if you guys can hear this.
Everybody put your phone in water real quick and then come back.
I swear this headphone had another.
Oh, it is a very, very low note.
Here we go.
Wow, that is it. That's it almost sounds like the brown note, if you're familiar with that. But they've got a nice visualization, and then it's just a very low vibrating noise. But yeah.
I don't know if that came through.
Let me see if I can put.
Anyway, just a noise. Oh,
There you can hear it.
The pitch went up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So hopefully. So just an interesting little fun fact that I came across that story. And yeah, so Apple didn't want to offer an opinion, though. Though the Apple Watch water ejection system works in exactly the same way. Audio company Bose said that the theory was sound enough. Oh, Bose, clever.
Snap. Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes.
Come on, guys.
And iFixit put the video to the test with 4 phones, including an iPhone 13, and it worked somewhat. So
here's the thing, though. Haven't iPhones been water resistant?
Yeah.
For many years?
Several years. But I think it might have to do with the charging, which I will remind people of a previous pro tip that I have realized, because I do like to take my phone underwater sometimes to get some cool photos. And when you get out and you try to charge it, it'll give you that message, your phone needs to dry out. You can still use MagSafe charging. The wireless charging will still work.
That's a great tip.
Port connector. Yes, that is saved me many a vacation to do that.
I will let you know that if your Lightning or USB-C connector is waterlogged, this YouTube video will not help you. It's only for the speaker.
The speakers, yes. But next up, we have our bonus odd take. I completely avoided our security and privacy was kind of the Telegram and Zuckerberg thing. But anyways, we will move on to our bonus odd take. Yes. And this is one that you came across. I had heard of it, but it is another AI song creation.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This thing's forcing me to log in. Oh my word.
And I'm going to put a link into the show notes there for you, Dave. I played around with this and created a song. I don't know if you'll be able to, you should be able to pull that up in the web browser, and hopefully we can take a listen to my song, which they titled New Phones Coming.
New Phones Coming. And the link hasn't come through yet. Did you put it by the bonus?
It's right. Yeah, it's right underneath there. I'll try to add some more stuff. Why is it not syncing? I can text it to you too.
Yeah, I might as well just text it. Man, all this behind the scenes stuff. So I'm going to try just making sure my web browser's
there you go. Oh, and it has my username as Liminal Composition 621.
Interesting.
That's clever.
I'm just trying to finish typing here. Okay, it's not going to do it. Okay, so what's your name again? Okay, Nate. Gotcha, coming through. Make sure nothing weird's on there. Okay, here we go. This is the competition. And are you able, like I could play it, but it's only going to come through my headphones here.
Oh, I can play it through my...
Here, I'll do this.
Let's see if it... Here, let me do it through my computer. It'll give...
Could you hear it?
Barely. Let's try it with my computer speakers to see if that... There we go. Dave.
So what is the topic of the video?
I got it through mine. Get your hands on magic. Listen, scream so bold. New tech in your hands, like treasure made of gold. iPhones are calling. What can we see? New eras dawning. Check that's one free. Yeah. Flipping through the models, cameras shine bright. From dusk till dawning, gonna light up the night. Ready for the future, can't wait for that touch. Apple's got the secrets, we want it all so much. iPhones are calling, what can we see?
That's really good.
New eras dawning, check that's one free. Yeah.
And it won't get taken down because there's no copyright on this.
Yeah. And that's only 1:20 out of a 3-minute song. All I did was type in, write a song about being excited about the new iPhone. Let's see if it gives me my history. I'm trying to see what I actually typed in there. And then one of the ones on the homepage that somebody else had made, it was a Memphis soul up-tempo 1970s groove.
Yeah.
But it is a great song, and it took me 15 seconds to write the prompt and then hit submit, and a minute later it gave me 2 different versions. I didn't like the other one as much. It's got the same lyrics.
Yeah. So it's different. That's the same one.
It's a little more rock and roll.
Can feel the buzzing in the air. New phones are coming. Gotta have that flair. Get your hands on magic. Listen, scream so bold. New tech in your hands like treasure made of gold. iPhones are cold.
I like it.
Yeah, I guess they might be different lyrics. I thought they were pretty similar,
same.
but
I had the lyrics up. It's exactly the same.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild.
It's awesome.
The AI stuff that you can do. Now, I don't know that I'd want to see an AI musician in concert. Just a computer set. Oh, wait, a DJ.
So here are the copyright things. I read the terms of service.
Okay.
If you can use and listen to the music as much as you want, but to use it in commercial enterprise, you have to have a paid plan. If you've paid for the plan and created 1,000 songs and then don't pay for the second month, they're still your songs. You don't have to perpetually subscribe. You just have to have one paid month or whatever their plan is. And then you can have all the songs you've created during that time period. They're within your copyright. So if you want to publish them to Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, if you want to use them in YouTube videos, the sky's the limit. They're not under copyright. Well, I guess it potentially would be your copyright, but I'm not sure they're copyrightable at all. They're just free use if you have a paid plan.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I just went on the free plan, which gives you 50 credits, which is good for 10 songs. So it's 5 credits per song.
I didn't know that. And I blew through all mine. Like that.
Renews daily, though. You get them all over again tomorrow, and you can have 2 jobs. But then there's a $10 a month pro plan and a $30 a month premier plan where you can make 2,000 songs monthly. And you can buy more credits. Now, if you're making 2,000 songs per month, get a life.
Well, you're doing it to farm it and put it on Spotify to get the listens, to get the 2 cents per song, and make money out of it. But the reason this was in the news is because somebody put one of the songs they made on Spotify. They did it, and there was a link somewhere in an article, but I didn't listen to it. But I got really enamored with going in and creating songs about just nonsense. I think I did a not nerd or a techie one or something like that.
Yeah.
So
but
maybe,
for video background and stuff, and the ones that are really done for it, like stock image apps, is stock music apps where you're just going to pay $10 to buy a song that you can use on your videos or all the free stuff out there. It's like, why not create a custom song that nobody else in the world's going to have? But
here's something I wanted to highlight as well. You can go in here and there's all of these genres that you just click on it and it starts playing music that probably other people have prompted it. But look at the harpsichord doo-wop, Afrobeat, ambient techno Afro swing.
My favorite.
Liquid drum and bass bluegrass. I mean, it's just crazy. And then there's
endless possibilities.
Acoustic rock.
Yeah. Well, and I will say the Not Nerd theme song, which we have had for 7, 8, did we have that nearly the beginning?
Was
from a early AI song creation. Now, It is defunct, and it's come a little ways since then.
Yeah.
But I just typed something in, and it gave me that AI generated or machine learning generated song.
Well, this website does do instrumentals. Maybe we need to create a new one.
I wonder, can you upload a song and do remixes of
that would be cool
stuff? Yeah, but it's pretty wild what you can do with that. And I want to play around with it more. And Isla and I played around with whatever that one was that we talked about months ago and made like a song for her and two of her friends.
There's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, but Suno I have heard mentioned several times, and for free that you can generate 10 songs per day and have some fun with it. Go for it. Yes, Suno.com. You can create a free account there. But you know what's even cooler than that?
What's that?
Our picks of the week.
I totally missed the button. I hit the air horn instead.
And I didn't even have my Echo mic. I finally switched off the green one to do my mini mic.
We'll try it again. Let's see what happens.
Our picks of the week.
There we go. That works.
Puberty edition.
That's funny. Oh, picks. So it's me.
Yes. This looks very familiar.
I can't stop playing with this Suno app. I'm trying to log in, and it's requiring a code. It just sent me. Humor me for one moment.
That's what we need to do for following episodes is create a song to explain our picks of the week.
This is fun. Kind of interesting because I had to use. Oh, hold on. We got more. We've had more activity today than.
It's a perfect evening, 68 degrees and sunny. After having some rain this last week too, people are excited to get outside.
Oh, here's what it was. Bob the Cat was the song that I made about our cat that died recently. But I didn't give him my credentials. I used my Apple ID to log in. And it was kind of a pain. I think I'm going to make real credentials for it. So you saw. Anyway, pick of the week. I teased this earlier, and this is very related to the trip I was just on.
Yeah.
ABCs of travel. Always be charging. I was going to say always back up, but that's for another thing.
Always be backing up, yes.
Always be charging. Always. Now, when you travel to a campsite in Crater Lake, which barely has any cell service unless you're like way up on one side of the mountain. So I apologize to everybody that was not receiving text or emails from me. I didn't have any service. The other thing is I tire of every trip charging 5, 6, 7 small little batteries. I don't even have one here. I probably just got so mad I threw them across the room. Because, they'll charge your phone once or twice. And then, the wife will say, I need to charge my phone. So you get the other battery out. And it's just a pain in the butt. So I picked up one of these little beauties.
Yes, indeed.
This is a BLUETTI
EB3A.
EB3A. I looked at different models of these guys. And this is the one that I chose. I looked at an Anchor one. I looked at Jackery. I looked at many others, and I decided on this one, and I'll tell you what I like about it, and I'll quickly tell you some things that I don't like about it, because I used it this weekend. So here's what I like about it. A nice, I wouldn't call it a full color display, but a very feature rich display.
Yeah.
It's got a cigarette car lighter adapter. Can you see it okay? It's kind of dark on my screen.
Yeah, it seems a little dark. It's those white arms you got in there.
That's true. There we go. That's better. It features 2 standard 110 outlets, or 120, depending on who you ask. This is one feature I liked. The Anchor also had was a built-in light.
Yeah.
But you will notice that the quality of the light is it's not that great. It's got a brightness and it's got a flashing. More to that in a moment. It's got inputs for your standard, well, relatively standard. It's called something.
Yeah.
But the barrel connector that goes to a solar panel. If you want to charge via solar panel. It's also got the standard AC. I can't remember the name of that plug, but it's on the back of every computer that you've ever owned. So the power supply is built in, which is great. And it's also features 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C. And that'll lead me to the things that I don't like that much. I wish that it had 2 USB-C and 1 A.
Yeah.
But how I'm going to remedy that? Well, I did remedy that with my little adapters.
Oh, yeah.
You can just put in here. And now you've got a USB-C port. It's a lower wattage, but it still works. And also, cigarette car lighter adapters.
Yeah.
You know, like in your car? I got one that has 2 USB-C and 2 USB-A.
Genius.
Just stick that in there.
Pro tip of the week there.
You've got lots of ports then. You can charge fitty devices. I didn't tell you this. This one also features a wireless charging pad on top. So what I don't like about it, I don't like that you cannot charge reverse through the USB-C. Some of the models will allow you to charge if you have another power bank or you have a wall wart that is USB-C and you need to slow charge it.
Your iPhone charger and you wanted to slow charge it?
If you want to slow charge it. This one does not do that. You have to use the built-in AC plug to charge it. So that was a little disappointing because the power inverter in my car is broken. I didn't know this. And so my plan was to charge it during the day when we're driving around to various places with my car's charger, and it didn't work. So I had to go steal some at a nearby campsite when the guy wasn't there yet. He hadn't arrived yet.
Perfect.
So what else don't I like? I don't like that it's a little slick on top. So you put your phone on there and if you bump it or what, it slides right off.
Put a little grip on there.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to get a vinyl sticker thing and put on there. So yeah, the USB-C only charges out. This and the lack of USB-C ports, but I can remedy all of those. And it's got a nice carrying handle. So it's great. You bring one battery.
Did my purchase or my picking this back on episode 423, did that influence your purchase? It probably did subliminally.
I guess, because I don't remember it. Is that the exact one that you have?
Yeah, the EB3A, but I did not give as thorough of a review as that. I will link if it'll show up in the show notes there. But yeah, because when we had the power outage, and it's the exact same model, which it's kind of interesting that you didn't remember that, but you ended up through your endless research going with the same one that I had put on my Amazon wish list. I got it for Christmas, but
so you haven't had it very long.
Yeah,
but it's really good, and I do think I'm going to pick up. You can buy it with a solar panel. I chose to do that later because I thought, well, I don't need it right now, and next year when I do need it, the prices will probably go down, or there'll be more options or whatever. So, what did I pay? It retails for $299. I did not pay $299. I paid $198, which is very comparable to the other similar models from various vendors. But right now, right now there's I need to switch back here. Right now there is a $90 off coupon on Amazon.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yes, it feels like these things are often on sale. So yeah, make sure if you are going to purchase one of these that you get a good deal on it. Do not pay the full price. They have a bigger one. One of the larger models from BLUETTI has a $270 coupon off $700 right now. So yeah, if there's not a coupon there, check around, because
I didn't want to spend very much. $150 was my budget.
Yeah.
And if I had to spend a little bit more to get the one I wanted, I was willing to do that. But I wasn't going to buy $1,000 one. I thought
No.
that was crazy. I go camping 2 or 3 times a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. It all depends if what you need it for. If you're trying to run serious stuff all the time or need a lot more power,
Is that
I
Ryan
kind of got
Kunkelman?
mine as a backup.
No, it's not.
Like I could use mine to run a lot of my DJ equipment, if I was out in the field somewhere, but then I also have a speaker now, a smaller DJ speaker that's battery powered, so I could run that and be able to survive. But yeah, there are a million options on these things as far as size goes. There
Elliot's.
it is Elliot
What is it?
doing his selfie video.
We got Kunkelman up here.
Yeah.
And we got Elliot down here. Who's this?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
That's what was her name that we used to work with? These are people we used to work with 10 years ago, in case you're wondering, but friend of the show,
Ben Wall,
Elliot,
right
of
here.
course. Yeah.
Ben Wall doing some editing.
Home backup, but yeah, they can be used as a UPS as well for a universal or a uninterruptible power supply.
Yes. This guy's out there in Machu Picchu doing some iPhoning.
Yes. Very cool. Well, yeah, they have 10 different models of theirs for different size and everything. But yeah, very good idea, especially if you can get a good deal on one.
Yeah.
And you will find yourself in a place without electricity where you want electricity. They come in handy.
They
very
do.
Cool.
They were great.
Well, that is a great pick, I will say.
Yeah.
Because
I'm sorry that you already picked it. But one of the primary reasons I wanted that is because we brought our big air mattress that has a AC pump. And I'm like, no big deal. Let's bring it this time because I can air it up. Yes. It actually worked.
And I will, my pick of the week this week, I said it was related to your glasses. Have you ever heard of Jinkies?
That is what Velma says on Scooby-Doo.
Jinkies. So on the good old Instagrams, I came across an ad from a company called Nerdwax. And they called Jinkies. And I was looking for some fun little gifts for Chelsea's birthday. So I will show you one of the ones I purchased. I purchased several. I did not give her this one. But for PDX Fast Foodie.
Wow, that's cool.
You bought a piece of pepperoni pizza. But what this is a little chamois to wipe your glasses with.
Very nice. Here they show it.
Various comical ones, like they have sandpaper or dirty diapers, or and how they got their fame is that I think they were on Shark Tank. They have Nerdwax, which is anti-slip stick for your glasses, so you can put a little of their Nerdwax on there and it keeps your glasses from slipping off. But they also have some magic drops and some different cleaning stuff. I wish I would have gotten some of the anti-fog stuff, but I wish I would have ordered more things. I ordered several of these Jinkies because I got a lot of deal. I think buy 4 get the 5th one free. But they just have a bunch of fun different stuff. There's money and just about something for everyone. I should have gotten the Tidy Whities one. I got Chelsea the tortilla, a book one, and I think in a flower one, a nice looking flower one. But
sandpaper.
The best selling, the sandpaper, and they're
this
nice.
Tortilla one's hilarious.
It's a very very microfiber material. Some of them are like a fluffy bath towel, but this one, I wonder how it compares, since I have right here the official Apple Vision Pro cloth. It's not quite as magical as the Apple Vision Pro one. Of
course not.
But the Apple Vision Pro one isn't pepperoni pizza.
That's right.
Or my other one that I got, who doesn't want to clean their glasses with a T-bone?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
They look pretty good on camera. They look pretty realistic.
Yeah, they do. They do look realistic. I mean, if you saw it from a distance and couldn't see that it was flat, you would be very confused. But very cool, and they range in price from $5 to $10, I think, for most of them. But nerdwax.com, cool name because they make the Nerdwax for your glasses, and then Jinkies. are the thing. And so everybody listening to this, it's going to magically appear on your Instagram feed ads now. But
I'm a little curious about this nerd wax. Do nerds often struggle with, I mean, I'm a nerd. Do they struggle with glasses coming down? I'm greasy now, but nerds don't exercise. How are they going to sweat?
Well, here's the funny thing, because I was on the site before Chelsea's birthday and I was looking at it and I was like, well, nerd wax, that might be helpful. Both Chelsea and Isla wear glasses all the time, but Chelsea's glasses don't slide off. Well, shortly after her birthday, I noticed she had some little rubber stops on her new glasses that they got.
Oh,
As they slip off her ears a little bit. So,
hey, I don't want to give anything away, but somebody could use this one as a birthday present.
yeah, hopefully he's not listening, because there might be one of those here. Yes. So that'll be the true test if someone is watching and doesn't have a transcript search for their name in the episode. I know they might have been here earlier, but yes. So if you want to get either of those picks, you can head over to notpicks.com. The BLUETTI is there. You'll have to scroll back, but I'll get it moved up to the top, or the Jinkies from Nerd Wax. But we do have a Ramazon purchase of the week from our random Amazon affiliate reports that I go look at. And I think you guys are more and more purchases all the time. You guys are remembering, go to Not Picks when you're going to shop on Amazon or need a great gift idea or some gadgets in your life. But this week, someone purchased the POM pepper spray flip top pocket clip maximum strength OC spray for self-defense, tactical, compact, and safe design, 25 bursts in 10-foot range, powerful and accurate stream pattern that has 4.7 stars on 10,714 ratings.
Toledo.
And this person bought 3 of these, so they are either going to some nefarious activities or are serious about their self-defense. But $12.95.
What if it was me for makeshift bear spray?
Yes. Oh, they have 6-packs. They have a million different colors. I just picked on the selector right there in the middle, the little drop-down menu.
Oh, wow.
They have black in every color, gray in every color, white in every color,
black
white
and
pink.
Look at these.
So for all your fashion needs, you can get that 6-pack. The black is $60. So, in full disclosure, I do actually have some bear spray in my car, something similar to this that I purchased a while ago, just as something to have for self-defense.
Everyone wants their pepper spray to match their everyday carry with their wallet and their phone and their tactical pen and
the EDC necessity there. It's got a tactical pocket clip model.
Of course, and you can get them in white, don't forget those before Labor Day or whatever. So there you go.
But
that's cool.
Have some around for camping. That kind of ties in with camping too. You should have had some bear spray with you.
I mean, isn't bear spray just pepper spray
it's basically
a bear picture on it or something?
Yes, indeed. Maybe a little bit more of it for a bear.
Maybe.
But yeah. Oh, I see a Saber Smart Bluetooth pepper spray down in the related. Why you would need Bluetooth on your pepper spray, I'm not even going to look into it. We could go down the Amazon rabbit hole of interesting products out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But yeah, what a great episode. We had AI music, we had driveway action, we had pepper spray.
Don't forget the comments here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Please play Celebrating Valerie from your created songs list. And producer Todd says, I bought the pepper spray for my Sunday school class. Necessity for every Sunday school. Keep them away from the flannograph. I actually got a lot of likes on a tweet about flannographs on X this week.
Now, I don't have it set up to where you can hear the web. I need to fix that. I'm going to fix that for next week. But Valerie starts her day with a laugh so bright, her joy lights the way, her smiles, pure delight. Wow. In a crowded room, she's always the light, good vibe she brings with laughter so right. So these lyrics are great.
Yeah. Well, and something a lot of people might not know is that Dave does not need AI music because, as you heard him just singing those lyrics, he is so talented in his music creation skills. Yes.
Hey, have I ever picked William Shatner music for a pick of the week?
I don't know. I am familiar with it. Maybe maybe we'll tease that for a future. Maybe doesn't he have some Christmas songs that you could pick around Christmas time or something?
He does. He has some newer stuff, and the one that's in my regular playlist is "It Hasn't Happened Yet" that he did on an album. It's actually a kind of a good song. But...
And I will tell you, William Shatner is 93 years old, and that guy is still firing on more cylinders than most people.
He went to space last year.
He went to space. He does interviews. He does horse stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is talented. Apparently, he's on a show called The Unexplained.
Yes.
Since
he's
2019. Jeez.
I wanted to let you know that you can tell from the reflection of my brand new windshield, which got a rock pit in it on this trip.
Oh.
I bought the brand new windshield last week.
Oh.
So there's there's my troubles. But look at the wind it was blowing. I think it's going to be storming out there.
No.
What's going on out there?
Watch out.
Stay tuned. We'll let you know next week if it stormed or not.
If it stormed, yeah, light winds with gusts up to 20 miles per hour.
Woo!
Batten down the hatches. We better wrap this show up so we can go close the storm gutters.
We should.
I don't know what I'm
down
saying.
the hatchets.
Yes.
Hatches, not hatchets.
The bear spray.
Down the hatches with our bear spray.
Yes, I'm going to go check my hatches. Thank you so much for those that joined us live. Listen, watch later, talk to us on social, and get out there and tech better.